Good evening, guys. It's 5:28 p.m. Today is August 5th. Today is Friday, and we had NFP news today, non-farm payroll, and then everything was dependent on non-farm payroll today, So today we were favoring 60% buyers, 40% sellers, right? And just due to NFP, and then based on NFP, however price moves during NFP, after NFP, during the open, we can trade both ways with 60% buyers favor, 40% sellers, and also as long as price is holding above hunting levels or 41.37 in ES and NQ 190 or 300, we will favor buyers, or preference to buyers first, and then below those areas doors may be open for shorts, and then you already have a chart notes detailing preferred buyers area, preferred sellers area, backup buyers, backup sellers, and those areas will help us out, in real time, So, and this is the node for Russell, this is the node for gold. You can look at the gold chart and see what's going on. Dream numbers are 350, 336. Always dream numbers are super duper important, right? 350 was NFP high today, see, and we discussed this scenario in pre-market notes that price may come during NFP, spike up to 350, and then what it does, right? Or it can spike down to 295, 275, and then we have to see, right? So 350 spike happened, to the T, and then it came down, took out 275, 295 in NQ. That was your short. At the same time, ES took out 37. That was your short, right? So those are the shorts during NFP. And once you are profitable in NFP, you don't have to trade during RTH, right? Friday we only do one trade. But so, and then there were some targets. So we discussed about targets. If price reached the targets for sellers, then there is no point trading it, right? Till then you can trade. So these were the levels, that I published it, and you can see it clearly. Target for sellers, NQ, right? This is NQ, 132, 104. That I published at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? And you can see it. Today's low was right around this area. Target for sellers, and then price did not go down after that. Couple of times it attempted it, but then it bounced back up, right? And it rotated between these areas. So, and it rotated back and forth, right? This was my 350 dream number, right? So NFP spike happened here, and then price went down to this there was a 275 to 95. That was the area I gave. Went through it, you short there, and then this was the target for sellers, right? After that, price did not go down. See, that is the power of levels, right? Yes, you can see it. Preferred buyers area 45, 48. Backup is 37. Price went below during NFP. This was the key sellers area. So price went up to this area during the NFP and then came down below this. You short. This was the target. This was one of the hunting level, 04, 05, and 37. Right. So hunting level to hunting level. Price did not go below this. So that is the power of levels. So. And so now same thing, right? So look at this target for sellers, right? So so this was the trade. When it spike up, we already discussed these things. When it went down, you short there, you back up buyers area, you take some profit. When price is balancing here, goes down, you take another short, target this, and you're done, right? Same thing in ES, you're done this shorts, right? So before open, you're done actually trading it, right? After open, we discussed already, if price is already so much down or up, then it's going to do reversal, right? And then price will go higher and it will trap buyers, and when everyone is bullish, price will come down. That is the exact word, I discussed in pre-market voice today, exact wording, that if this reversal scenario happens, it will bring everyone on board to the buy side, and when everyone is bullish, price will reverse. That is the scenario we discuss also, right? So these were the longs also. This is the different arrow. It was not a bold arrow here, right? Because I said clearly, until price goes above NFP highs, I'm not going to take personally any longs. You guys can do whatever you want to do, right? So those were my words, and I followed my words. I did not take any longs here. However, I took this short. I took this short also. I took this short also. But I did not type. I only type in Discord this 187 short and this short. This one I did not type it on a purpose, because I knew there is only 20% chance that it may hold. So I didn't want to type that thing over in Discord, but I typed this one, so I took a short at 307. My stop was 311, right? And then my target was 225, first target. Second one was this low actually, but at 175 I took some profit here, so 30% here, 70% I was out here, rest of the 30% I bail out here, right? So following the rule, it worked out. I got a good trade. This long I did not took it, but these were the very longs here and here, right? I took this short, this short, this short, and this short, not this one actually. So but this was a valid short though. Okay, I was not available, I was outside during this move, so I was not able to get on board, but then I was looking for only short though, right? So I got this ES. I did not trade it today, because ES is a garbage. I didn't want to trade ES, so I did not trade ES, right? But these longs were supported by this AD, because look at momentum rising. AD is rising, this rising, right? It's like crazily it was rising. This one was going up, 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 but look at NQ, right? NQ was stable, it was not moving actually. The way ES was moving, this guy was not moving at all, right? So it looks like somebody was manipulating these things, So I didn't want to anyway get on board on this up rally, but I know a couple of members took the longs and they got a profit out of it, right? Nothing is wrong. You just have to manage it, right? Your trade, right? So I took this short here, So it was that simple today. Notes were very simple today, right? As I discussed, level to level, right? So these were the good trades, And after this point onwards, once it gets here, only two things can happen, But up to this point, when you see price was down and then up and then down, most likely it's gonna go up, or maybe chop around, right? It's not gonna continue going down, It's common sense, but at least it should have gone down to this point, at least up to this point, So, but then the one bar down and then a immediate up and balance here. At that point, I knew it's not gonna go down. But when it was coming down, I was thinking at least it should come here, because this was the final target, That is what I type in Discord, and ES should have gone down to this 80 to 70 area. So those are the pending target for sellers, going into Sunday or Monday, And then this was a long too, If you wanna take it later in the day, I didn't take it. So that be all for this video, and now let me talk about Mboxwave. It was also very easy today. Mboxwave, right? So 295 to 275, right? That was we discussed. So if you have to watch the previous video, not previous video, but the previous part of this video, to understand the context, right? What is the idea, the levels and all these things. But then you will know. But then these were the levels, pretty much. This was a dream number today. So, and then 336 also was a dream number. So right here. So during NFP, so before NFP, right, price was holding this level, this 250 to 300, NQ loves 300, by the way. So it was holding it here, right? And then there was a divergence here, see 129, right? And then somebody bought it, fine, right? And then price was like going higher, 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 right? And then during NFP, whether it's a bad news during NFP or good news, I don't care, but price was going down, right? So if these buyers were so strong here, right? See here there was a pullback algo, right? Double algo. It failed, right? Because price bounced, right? And there was a divergence. So buyers were strong here. Buyers were also strong here, where they took out this area. Buyers were also strong because they took out this high also, right? And also here there was a good demand here, right? And there was a little pullback. Somebody even bought it here, right? So buyers were everywhere, and then during NFP, if you see the slice through these levels, there was your short right there. Maybe 1 minute will give us a clue here, so around 8:30, let's see. 8:30, right? So roughly around somewhere here, right? So 8:30, see there is a UT algo here, right? And then price went down, correct? And was it today? Is it today's chart? No, it doesn't look like it today's chart, right? Yeah, see, yeah, I was wondering what the hell is going on, right? So here, let's see if 1 minute has something. Is it 5 minutes or 1 minute? 5 minutes, right? Man, what the hell I'm looking into it. Okay, so here, right? So okay, so here you can see it 1 minute, right? So same thing we discussed based on 5 minutes, that buyers were controlling, correct? So there were a lot of algos here, you can see it literally, right? So this algo, this algo, this algo, this algo, this algo, right? There are a lot of blue colors here, right? And then here you can see it, demand, you can see the demand here, 363, 130, 42, 22, 49, 94, you know. So they were decreasing actually. Even though algos were buying, these things, demand was not good, you know. Even this spike up also is not good, you know. It's barely 137, less than this, clear divergence. And then you can see this UT signal at the top. Then you are seeing this spike down, right? It just sliced through all these algos right here. You can short right there, see? Or when you see this, right, then pull back, break down, you can short. Okay, so that was the pre-market NFP short, right? Now by the time during the open here, before open, you can see it, right? There was a double algo here, right? Then price went down, right? And this was my seller's target actually, right? So clearly this level was listed as a target for sellers, you know. At 6 o'clock this morning I put this note there in pre-market notes. So if you watch already previous part of this video, then you know. So this level was listed as seller's target, right? So now you know when price was here, you know seller's target is reached. That means price may bounce, may not bounce, right? So you have to be careful, right? But then what happened? 83 or 33, whatever it is, you know. Yeah, some numbers, lower numbers, right? So at least you know. And then you can see this also, see here, like this, right? Now you go back into 1 minute if you want to, right? Same thing, see that? And then there was algo, somebody is buying it, right? And you can see there was a divergence here, clear, right? And there was imbalances, so that was your long right there, you know, based on Mboxwave. So but anyway, so this was a long, right? Or you can take after this bar, you can take a long here, right? -2 only, see? So go long, and then you can target this area. Remember here we shorted it, right? So somebody is going to take a profit here, right? And that's a level 2, right? So I took a short right here, you know, right at this point. 307 was my short, 311 was my stop, 4-point stop. I took this trade, my target was 225, which is roughly around in this somewhere here. First target. Second target was way back here. Only with 4-point stop I ride it down. How many points? 300 points pretty much, 200 points. You know, 4-point stop, 200 points right. You know, it's a good risk reward, right? So I took 225, 30% off. Rest of the 40% off I took it at 175. The remaining 30% I took it at here, you know, right here. And that was my trade of the day, you know. So and then when it came down here, see, there was a supply, great supply, right? So there is no point going long here now, right? You have to wait. Now after you wait, there was no signal to go long here technically based on Mboxwave, right? Yeah, you can argue that hey, supply is gone, right? But there was no great signal here to go long, so you have to let it go, you know. Maybe 1 minute you can find something, but after this point, after seeing this bounce, there is no point trading, you know, because it's a garbage price action stuck between these two levels, right? And you can see it entire day pretty much, it just did ping pong, right? So there is no point trading it. That be all.